Nithyanandam. A very good morning this morning. Welcome to the yoga live stream for today. We're gonna do another 100 asanas of the Sakala Vinyasa Krama, the 1008 asanas that we do over the course of 10 days. Yesterday we started with the first 100, so today we do 100 to 200. So settle down on your mat, make yourself comfortable to start. Then we sit with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line, the hands in Anjani Mudra in front of the heart. And then we evoke Swamiji's presence with the Satguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Yanamurtim Dvandvatitam Yaganasatrisham Tattvamashadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarihitam Satgurum Tam Namami. And we continue with chanting the Shiva Mula mantra 11 times. You can internally chant along with us, and I'll chant it out loud to guide. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 And then we continue with ritualistic cleansing, for which you need a Panchapatram and an Udarini, a cup with water and a spoon. Now place your hand in the Gomukaram Mudra with the index finger bent and make it as a cup, holding it horizontal in front of you. Now take 1 Udrini of water in your hand, and then along with the mantra we sip it from the base of the hand. Atmatatvam Shauriyami Svada. Take another Udrini of water. Vidyatatvam Shauriyami Svada. And now with the base of the thumb, we wipe over the lips from the right to the left twice, along with the mantra. Om Hridayaya Namaha. And clench your hand again. Now with the index finger, middle finger, and ring finger, touch your upper lip, thumb to right ear, left ear, and clench your hand. And now with the little finger and thumb together and using the base of your hand, touch your navel, right chest, left chest. And with all the fingers together, touch the crown of your head, your right shoulder, left shoulder, and the heart center. And now we clench the hands together and rest them on the right thigh. We chant together the Sankalpa mantra, which plants a strong seed for what you want to manifest through the yoga today and throughout your day. So visualize that whatever you want today to happen is already happening right now, as we together chant the mantra.
Om Mamopata Samasta Duritakshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtayam Asyam Shubhadito Purana Arogya Yukta Tridagatra Yogika Sharira Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranartham Nithyananda Yoga Vyasham Karishye. Om Pashyam.
And cleanse the hands one more time before placing your Panchapatram safely on the side. And before we enter into the actual asanas, this Nithyananda Yoga today, all the instructions given are only for educational and well-being purposes and not meant as any medical advice or diagnosis or treatment. So if you have any diseases or illnesses or injuries, please make sure to consult your medical doctor and throughout the practice adhere to the advices of your medical doctor. And with that said, let's start with today's practice. We can stay seated in a cross-legged, comfortable position with the hands in Bindu Mudra on the knees, the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Ground your sitting bones into the ground, and the hands are in Bindu Mudra. Inhale deeply, visualizing the heat, the flames rising up along the spine. This is called the Samana Kumbhaka. And it is used throughout the first asanas, as well as the Mula Bandha. That means contracting the perineal floor, and it retains the energy in the body. We gaze right in front of us, Riju Drishti, and keep internally chanting throughout all the asanas, internally, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. You don't need to chant it out loud. You can just do that internally and have that as a japa rotating clockwise at the throat center. Now visualize in this position, finding your perfect place of equilibrium and ease, where the body and mind harmonize effortlessly. In Yata Sanishta Asana.
Paryankam tat samakyatam yatha samstham yatha sthitah.
And then we continue with the Samasana. That is more or less in the same position, the hands in Bindu Mudra and the legs relaxed in front of you on top of each other, the feet. Then Shambhavi Mudra, that means keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward, softly on the earth, spine upright, breath flowing like a gentle river. In Samasana.
Idanim garbhininam yogabhyaso yatha lagu sukha prasavalabhyaya prokshate praktane pati.
Now you stay seated with the left heel drawn up against the perineum and the left ankle on top of it. Place the hands with the palms downwards on your knees. The Shambhavi Mudra, keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outwards while awareness rests deeply within. And perform the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply, visualizing the heat rising up along the spine, while the Mula Bandha, the perineal floor, is contracted. Visualize your Guru's loving presence, lifting burdens from your shoulders and guiding you beyond illusion's veil. In Muktasana.
Nipidya sivinim shukshmam dakshinetara vamam yamyena gulpena muktasanamidam bhavet.
And the next asana is Siddhyasana. So we keep seated in the same position with the Shambhavi Mudra, keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. And the Samana Kumbhaka, inhale deeply, visualize the heat rising up along the spine. Keep the perineal floor contracted in Mahamula Bandha. In a Mula Bandha, and internally chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualize yourself seated as an unmoving mountain. In Siddhyasana.
Isthanuhu samyamitendriyo achaladrisha pashyan bhuvorantaram chaitanya moksha मुक्कपात भेदजनकं सिद्धासनं प्रोच्यते.
And then we move on to Rudrasana Dve, for which we place the hands in Bindu Mudra on the knees with the palms open and the index and thumb together. The Samana Kumbhaka, we keep visualizing heat rising up along the spine while inhaling deeply and keeping the perineal floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. And here we gaze to the third eye in this asana while visualizing yourself as Rudra, fierce and luminous, holding infinite power and inward strength. In Rudrasana Dve.
वामचरणपरि दक्षिणराखे एकजुगति असाविधिदाके वामपगतले माहिले कोर दक्षिणके जुबाहररे वोर.
And now we remain sitting in the same position, performing the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply, visualizing heat rising up along the spine, keeping the perineal floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. And now we gaze at the tip of the nose, internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualizing yourself as a stream flowing steadily, unbroken and clear, moving toward vastness. In Santadunasana.
आसनकी गुणमनकी चंचलता मीता.
And then we move on to Siddhasana Dve, a variation of the Siddhasana, where we hold the palms kind of cupped above each other in front of the navel center, like a closed lotus. Your spine tall, your chest lifted, gaze forward, and sit steady and composed, with the Mula Bandha contracted, the perineal floor contracted. Visualize stillness as your throne, unyielded yet fluid, grounded you into timeless awareness in Siddhasana Dve.
ऋजुकायः समाशीनः सिद्धासनमुदीरितं प्रसार्य भुवि पादौ तु दोभ्याम् अङ्गुष्ठमादरात्.
And now the legs remain in the same position, and with the hands we're going to do a special mudra, the Shanmukhi mudra. To control the breath and gently focus the apana air upward while softly mothering the pranava. Close the ears with the thumb, the eyes with the index finger, the nostrils with the middle finger, and the ring finger on the upper lip, and the little finger on the lower lips. And retain the upward moving apana in the head until the state of bliss is experienced. Visualize the sacred womb as a sealed sanctuary, holding the vastness of creation within. In Badayoni Asana.
यत्र मध्ये महादेव बन्धयोन्यासने श्रुति यत्कृत्वा केचरो भूत्वा विचरेत ईश्वरो यथा.
And then we move on to Virasana. We remain seated with the legs in the same position. Place the hands in Bindu Mudra on the knees, the index and thumb together, the palms open. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat, flames rising up along the spine. Keep the perineal floor contracted in Mula Bandha and gaze straight in front of you while visualizing yourself as a fearless warrior, kneeling with ease yet burning with inner resolve. In Virasana.
एकं पादम् अथ एकस्मिन् विन्यस्य उरुनि संस्थितः इतरस्मिन् तथा च उरु वीरासनमुदीरितम्.
Okay, now sit almost in the same position with your legs, but you place your toes in between your upper and lower leg on both sides. The hands are in Bindu Mudra on the knees, the palms facing upwards. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat rising along the spine. The toes go inside between the upper and lower leg. Yes. And the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. Gaze at the third eye. Visualize yourself knotted into oneness. Each fold binding distractions into stillness. In Valmiki Asana.
Dava pagaki pagatali puni edi hai joi phanam disi medra dachina ani lagave soya.
And then the next asana is Yoni Mudra Asana. Sit cross-legged, bringing the left sole inward at the root center. And the right now on top. The palms resting gently on the knees. Maintain a steady breath and soften the gaze towards the nose while shoulders release downward, away from your ears. We keep inhaling deeply and visualizing heat rising up along the spine. Visualize a luminous lotus womb closing around your awareness, sealing stillness within. In the Yoni Mudra Asana.
अथ योनिमुद्रासन भाम पादकी पगतली जाहि माहिली कोरी योनि तहाम धरी वैस्य उलत्तो.
Hands resting gently ourselves enclosed in the cosmic womb, secure and timeless, the source of all forms. Keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze at the third eye in Yoni Asana.
योन्यासनं पर्वतेन योगं योगफले अनिलं तत्कालफलम् अन्तावत् केचरो यावत् एवहि.
Now we place the soles of the feet together in front of the body. Hold on to your feet firmly with both hands while remaining perfectly still. The shoulders relaxed and let the breath settle without forcing the knees down toward the ground. Keep the Shambhavi Mudra, the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. And on the inhale, visualize heat rising up along the spine. Keep the Uddiyana Bandha engaged and the Mula Bandha, so the perineal floor are contracted. And the Uddiyana Bandha means the stomach tucked in and up. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Visualize your seat as auspicious foundation, spreading blessings in all directions. In Bhadrasana Trini.
अथ भद्रासनं गुल्पो च वृषणस्याधः शिवन्याः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपे सव्यगुल्पे तथा सव्ये दक्षिणगुल्पे तु दक्षिणे.
Now keep the soles of the feet together near the perineum. Perform rapid bellows breathing in the Kechari Mudra, the Ajantra Kumbhaka, where you slowly inhale through the nose until the lungs are full, and then retaining the breath inside with steady awareness, and finally releasing it calmly through the nostrils when the retention is complete. The breath, and then gently turn the tongue backward into the hollow behind the soft palate and hold it comfortably without strain, maintaining steady awareness. Visualize yourself as a blazing firebrand, fierce yet controlled, radiating intensity. In Agorasana.
पूर्वकहो भस्त्रिका जोई वाही विरी जो कीजे सोई सबा अंगुरी मुक्त बाहरी आने मुख को फूनी संपुत करी थाने.
Now in Kaneri Pavasana, we keep the soles of the feet together and place the elbows in front of the feet on the floor, holding the chin in your both hands. keeping your eyes open and and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. And continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Exhale fully. Hold the breath out without inhaling while remaining steady and aware. Do this only as long as comfortably possible and then inhale again. Keep the Uddiyana Bandha engaged, the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and the Uddiyana Bandha engaged, the stomach tucked in and up. Gaze at the nose and keep internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Kaneri Pavasana.
कनेरी पाव आसन ग्वाली पाव आसन कहियो है जैसे याहू में जानो विधि तैसे दो गुलपा माहिला जानो अरु एरी बीची कहू निथानो.
Now we place the knees up, the feet flat on the ground, and then we stick the arms from the inside under the knees and interlace the fingers, getting the feet up off the ground. The hands are in Parusha Mudra. Continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka, means holding the breath for a moment. After exhaling fully, the perineal floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze at the tip of your nose, visualizing yourself seated as supreme stillness, beyond fluctuation, vast and undivided. In Parasana.
अथ पर आसन प्रथम माहिली जंघ जूदो तीन तरी करी काध भुजसु जोदा तरी करी बाहिर ताने उलटी मोदी जमघन परियाने.
Now we keep the legs up and the arms underneath our shins, but we close the hands on the other side of the feet and bring the feet towards the chest, the big toes toward the throat, and the heels at the upper chest. Rest the chin lightly, gaze towards the nose, keep the spine upright and the chest open, and then release the feet finally forward with ease. Continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka, holding the breath out for a while after exhaling. Visualize yourself as King Gopi Chand in the yogic renunciation, royal yet surrendered. Gopi Chandakasana.
पुरब विधि पगाक अंगुता कंठ कूप रासे येदि हिरद लगावे काम कसी एद्या आंगुली परि रासे दृष्टि नासा अग्र आसन को गुना.
Now we remain in the same position, keeping the spine tall, the chin lowered, and the shoulders relaxed, folding slightly without strain. Keeping the eyes open and the gaze steady outward, while the awareness rests deeply within in the Shambhavi Mudra. Perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, holding the breath for a moment while exhaling, after exhaling fully out. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze at the tip of the nose. Visualize the belly as a fertile center, glowing like fire, sustaining strength. In Udarasana.
दो पगथली संपुट थाने उभय हस्त करी उरधा उरध ही ताने अंगुष्ट दूसम तहरावे चिबूक नीचे ताही रगावे.
Now we're gonna press the feet lightly towards the forehand, interlace the hands to secure the spine upright, gaze towards the nose, keeping the shoulders soft, and continue the Shambhavi Mudra, resting deeply within with your awareness while keeping the eyes open. Exhale fully and hold the breath a moment before you inhale again. Keep the perineal floor contracted and gaze straight in front of you, visualizing yourself seated in uniqueness, neither bound nor common, radiating distinction in Vishisthasana.
दो पगथली जोड़ी संपुट करे हाथ दो पागा बीची आनी तले करी बारे ल्याई कुहन्या माहिली समधी रासे.
Okay, and relax the legs down for a moment before we go into a similar pose again. You can relax them or shake them out for a moment. And then again, we thread our arms underneath our thighs, clasp the hands together behind the base of the neck this time to hold yourself steady. So keep your chest open, your spine lengthened, your breath smooth, and then gently release the arms afterwards. But first place them in the neck or wherever you can reach towards there. It is not about performing it outward perfectly. It is about authentic practice of the Nithyananda Yoga. While in this pose, retaining the perineal floor contracted and keep internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualize your body upheld by shoulders like pillars, strong and steady guardians. In Bhujasana,
क्षीरासनं जुविज्ञेयं कक्षासनमतः परं ग्रीवासनं च परमं भुजासनम् इहुच्यते.
and in the next asana, Kalyasana, we retain the the knees over the shoulders, the knees over the shoulders, and then we place the hands behind the back. Keep the eyes open, steady gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Keep breathing out and then holding the breath for a moment before we inhale again. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze at the tip of the nose, visualizing each breath unfolding as a blessing. In Kalyasana,
दो
first take the knees over the shoulders and then place the hands backwards. You can help each other also by supporting the back so that you don't fall over. Yes, perfect.
दो हाथ पगा बीची आने तिनको गोदा नीचे थाने बहुरी पाकत्या बाहरी ल्यावे पुनः युक्ति ऐसे तह रावे.
And now the next asana is Sankatasana, where we stack the knees on top of each other. Rest the palms on the opposite knees, the spine upright, chest lifted, the shoulders soft and grounded evenly. Hold a steady gaze and have the Vaishnavi Mudra, an inner focus and outer vision. So when you're gazing outside, you keep your focus within. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracted throat, and draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of the ocean. Retain the breath within and then release slowly through the nostrils, preserving the same soft sound. Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. Gaze straight in front of you. Visualize yourself entering the narrow strait of hardship where pressure surrounds yet does not destroy. In Sankatasana,
वामपादं चितरूरं सन्न्यस्य धरनीतले पाददण्डेन याम्येन वेष्टयेत् वामपादकं जानुयुग्मे करयुग्मम् एतत् सङ्कतमासनम्.
stay seated with the knees folded and slide the left heel back by the right hip. Cross the right knee directly over the left and keep the feet tucked close, the hands interlaced on the knee. Retain the Vaishnavi mudra, free from blinking or opening the eyes, keeping the inner focus and outer vision. The Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracted throat, and draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Keep the Uddiyana Bandha, the stomach tucked in and up, and also the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and visualize yourself as a generous cow, nourishing and calm, embodying abundance. In Dhenukasana.
Savyangrikuundalam prishted vama niveshayet vamangrikuundalam chaiva dakshine dhenukasanam.
And now we come with the legs in Padmasana. Place your feet on the opposite thighs. Then with the left hand, we take the right knee into our hand, and the right hand goes behind the back, taking the big toe in Prana Mudra. Perform the Ujjana Kumbhaka. Make the sound of an ocean while breathing in slowly through your nostril with a contracted throat. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and visualize yourself as Sage Machendra, seated in a deep twist, channeling secret wisdom in Machandrasana.
Vama janghapara dachinaithane vama hasta prishta disha ane bahuru dachine padahe joi taki nalija pakare soi.
And now let go of the hands. Then we take both feet in our hands and slowly from the hip bend forward, touching the forehead to the ground. Keeping the Ujjayi Kumbhaka going, slightly contracting the throat and drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. Continue internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam while visualizing Machendra in Machendrasana Dve.
Matsendrasanam Prathama Jimano Charana Jujoi Vama Jangha Parigraghe Soi Taki Eri Kati Solave Bahuri Jukti Yo Yah Ora Karave.
And now come up with the upper body back straight. Maintain the same posture with the legs. And place the hands together on one knee. Keep slightly contracting the throat and slowly breathing in through the nostrils in the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. And now close all the three bandhas, the Mula Bandha, the perineal floor contracted, the stomach tucked in and up, and place the chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, radiating light that dissolves every shade of ignorance within and around you. In Gurasana.
Uru Mule Itara Padasya Kunishtika Pradesha Gulpham Samsthapya Tadeva Janu Uttara Pada Parshni Samsthapya Tishtet Hasto Samilayet Guru Asanam Bhavati.
And now we do the same asanas on the other side, stacking the knees on top of each other, sitting now on the left heel, and placing the hands on the opposite knees. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, the oceans-like sound breath. Keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze straight in front of you, visualizing yourself entering the narrow strait of hardship, where pressure surrounds yet does not destroy. In Sankatasana.
Vama Padam Chiterulam Sanyasya Dharanitale Pada Dandena Ya Myena Vashtayed Vama Padakam जानुयुग्मे करयुग्मम् एतत् Sankatamasana.
And now slide the foot behind your next to your hip. The both knees still stuck onto each other, the fingers interlaced on the knees. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of an ocean while you breathing in. The perineal floor contracted in the Mula Bandha. Gaze straight in front of you. Visualize yourself as a generous cow, nourishing and calm, embodying abundance. In Dhenukasana.
Savyangrikundalam prishted vame niveshayet Vamangrikundalam chaiva dakshine dhenukasanam.
And now come seated in Padmasana again with the feet on the opposite thighs. And grasp now your left knee with your right arm. The hand goes behind your back and takes your big toe in Prana Mudra, bringing the upper body in a sideward twist in Machandrasana.
Vamajanga paradachine Vamahasta prishta disa ane Bahuro dachine pada hoi hai Joi taki nali jo pakari soi.
And now let go. Take your feet into your hands and now come bending forward. Place your forehead on the ground. Perform the Vaishnavi Mudra with inner focus and outer vision, free from blinking or opening your eyes. This is Vaishnavi Mudra, kept secret in all the Tantras. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Slightly contract the throat and draw the Okay, so we continue with Machandrasana, having the legs in Padmasana, the feet on the opposite thighs, then clasping with the hands, the feet, and bend from the hips forward, placing the forehead on the ground. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contract the throat, and draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. The Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, gaze straight in front, visualizing yourself as Machandra in Machandrasana 2.
मत्स्येन्द्रासन प्रथमा जीमनो चरण जूजोई वाम जंघ करी राखे सोई ताकि एरी कति सो लावे बहुरे जुक्ति यह और करावे.
And relax, come up, come sitting in a cross-legged position. The hands clasped together on one knee, now the other side than we did earlier in Guru Asana.
उरुमुरे इतर पादस्य किनष्ठिका प्रदेश गुल्फां संस्थाप्य तदेव जानु इतर पाद पार्ष्णि संस्थाप्य तिष्ठे हस्तो समीलयेत् गुरु आसनं भवति.
And we remain in a seated position, bringing our knees up, the feet flat on the floor. Wrap your arms around the knees, clasping the opposite elbows, spine upright, chest broad, crown lifted, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, and the breath natural. Keep the Uddiyana Bandha, the ocean-like sound, breathing going on, and contract the perineal floor, the Mula Bandha, while gazing through the third eye, visualizing yourself twisted like a tethered animal in Pavasana, yet inwardly free. Pashvasana.
पादतले भूमो निधाय जानुनि उरषि निधाय विपरीत हस्ताभ्याम् उरु सहित जङ्गे निबध्य तिष्ठेत् पशासनं भवति.
Now remain the legs in the same position and clasp the opposite wrists instead of the elbows. Draw the chin inward, broaden the upper back, spine tall, and gaze at the nose. Remain the Kechari Kumbhaka, fixing your gaze between the eyebrows. Relax the breath and then gently turn the tongue backward into the hollow behind the soft palate and hold it comfortably without strain, maintaining steady awareness. Visualize a conscious awakening manifesting within and taking you beyond sorrow in Bodhakasana.
दो पगथली भूपरी धरे कोर माहिली ऐसे करे करो मिलाई ऊकद बैसे जंघा छति अग्र निवेसे.
And now for the next asana, stick your your arms below your knees, clasping the opposite elbows, the spine upright, the chest broad, the gaze soft forward. Remain the Kechari Kumbhaka, fixing the gaze between your eyebrows, relaxing the breath, and then gently turn the tongue inwards into the hollow behind the soft palate. And hold it comfortably without strain, maintaining steady awareness. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, internally chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualize yourself as a baby merging with the first light of dawn, embodying innocence, vitality, and unformed strength. Gura Kata Asana.
कुरकत आसन दो हाथ पग बाहर ल्यावे गोदा नीचे ले ठहरावे आम हम साम हम ऐसे करे आपस में कहोनी पकड़े.
Now remain in the same posture and slide the right ankle over the left, the toes pointing upwards. Perform the Ujjaya Kumbhaka, Slightly contracting the throat, draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils and producing the sound of an ocean. Keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, while gazing at the tip of the nose, visualizing yourself as noble wisdom, personified, unwavering and luminous, in Sumati Asana.
मूलाद्वारि धरति पेरि थाने दावा पगपरि दाचे पद आने दो एरी तेके ऐसे आदो वाई राखो तैसे फाना जुमना ऊ.
And relax, stretch your legs out on the inhale. Bring your arms all the way up above your head, keeping the spine long, the chest broad, and the chin slightly tucked. Gaze onto the nose, visualizing yourself as a staff, straight, steady, and unyielding in Dandasana.
इदानीं गर्भिणीनां योगाभ्यासो यथा लघु सुखप्रसवलाभाय पृच्छते प्राक्तनपथि.
Now on the exhale, come all the way bending forward from the hips. Take the toes in Prana Mudra and bring the head towards the knees. Keep the back lengthening, breath steady. The Nadi Shodhana we do here, that means alternate closing one nostril, inhaling through the other. We don't need to do that with the hands, we can just do that with our focus while keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, visualizing yourself as dawn breaking, embodying beginnings filled with possibility. In Arambhasana,
दो पग मिली पसारी पगा का अंगुत्ता पकड़ी ललाट गोदा लगावे शरीर समरासे आसन को गुना.
and then we move on to the next asana, Bidokasana, where the feet remain on the ground and we slide the arms underneath the legs, holding on to the ankles. Continue with the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat and draw the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. The Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. Gaze at the third eye, visualizing yourself as lightning splitting through darkness, embodying the force that shatters illusion. In Bidokasana.
प्रथमं समुपविश्य पादो प्रसारयेत् सुसंयतः किञ्चिदूर्ध्वं कुरुते यत्र गुल्फयोरन्तरं स्थितम्.
And the legs still remain on the ground, the arms underneath the legs, and now stretch the arms out sidewards, palms onto the ground, palms facing downwards. Continue with the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat and drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Mula Bandha engaged. Gaze at the tip of the nose and internally continue with the japa throughout all the asanas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualize yourself as a master of inner winds, embodying control over breath and sound. Jalandhara Pavasana.
जलंधरी पाव आसना दो एरी मैके जीगे दीजे हाथ पसारी पूनी सिबुका मुख ना सिका तादींगा भूपरी धारी.
And now sit again with your legs forward extended. Place one foot carefully behind the neck. And then come bending forward with the torso in a deep seated stretch. The chest wide, the spine long, and the palms on the floor for steadiness. And if you're not able yet to place your foot fully behind your neck, then hold on to your foot in wherever close position as you can get. And in that position, bend forward. To make it maybe some easier, you can bend forward initially and then place your foot as close over your head as possible. We do that while containing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Withdraw the senses inward, then move awareness sequentially through the 9 points, the soles of the feet, the perineum, the navel, the heart, the chest, the throat, the base of the throat, between the eyebrows and the forehead. After a slow inhalation, gently hold the breath while fixing awareness and then exhale slowly, maintaining complete inner stillness without strain. Visualize yourself in this position as a bow drawn fully open, embodying expansion and resilience in Urdhva Paschimottanasana.
पश्चिमतानवत् समस्थितं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायाम् आधृत्य तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतानं भवति.
And now, if you can, keep your leg behind your head and come from bending forward all the way to bending backwards. Come laying down on your side. Continue with the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, where you withdraw the senses inward and move your awareness sequentially through the 9 points of the body. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze at the nose, visualizing yourself as the endless sky, embodying infinity without boundary. Anantasana.
उत्थानशयनम् एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य इतरहस्तेन पादाग्रं गृहीत्वा इतरपावहुत्तिष्ठि लिकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अनन्तासनं भवति.
And now we remain on the same side with the foot behind the neck. And then we extend out the hands onto the side. Continue the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, withdrawing the senses inward and moving the awareness sequentially through the 9 points of the body, the soles of the feet, the perineum, the navel, the heart, the chest, the throat, between the eyebrows and the forehead. Visualizing yourself as Ankusha, a small yet commanding quick stick for the elephant of immense strength. Ankushasana.
उत्थानशयितः एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन् इतरं हस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्य वे हस्तस्य कूपरं भूमौ निधाय इतरहस्तपादौ सरलीकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति.
And relax, come laying down on your back, your knees up to the chest, holding them with your hands in Parusha Mudra, the fingers interlaced. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose again. Visualize yourself as the seer, embodying clarity that pierces through beyond forms in Drishasana.
उत्थानशयनं जानुनि हृदये अवष्टम्भ जङ्घा सहित उरुनि करद्वये बद्ध्वा सव्यं लोलयेत् दोलासनं भवति.
And then we do the same asanas on the other side, starting with Urdhva Paschimottanasana, where we place the other foot behind the neck. And with the foot behind the neck, We bend forwards. Perform the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Withdraw the senses inward and move the awareness sequentially through 9 points: the soles of the feet, the perineum, the navel, the heart, the chest, the throat, between the eyebrows, then the forehead. And after a slow inhalation, gently hold the breath, then exhale slowly, maintaining complete inner stillness without strain. Visualize in this position yourself as a river flowing upward, embodying reversal of ordinary currents. In Urdhva Paschimottanasana.
पश्चिमतानवत् समस्थितं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायाम् आधृत्य तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतानं भवति.
And then we come onto the side, retaining the foot behind the neck. Lean on your elbow, keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, and continue the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, withdrawing the senses inward when moving the awareness sequentially through the 9 points in the body. Visualizing yourself as infinity reclined, embody the limitless space within form in Anantasana.
उत्थानशयनम् एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां विन्यस्य उत्तरहस्तेन पादाग्रं गृहीत्वा इतरपावहुतिस्थिलीकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अनन्तासनं भवति.
Now keep laying down in the same side. Hold on with your foot with one hand. The other hand is all the way stretched out on your hip. Continue the Pratyahara Kumbhaka and keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Visualize yourself as the elephant goat, embodying divine direction and firmness. In Ankushasana.
उत्थानशयितः एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां पूर्वम् इतरं हस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्य वा हस्तस्य कूपरं भूमौ निधाय इतरहस्तपादौ सरलीकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति.
And now start with laying on your back with your knees up. And from there, place both of the feet in your neck. And if you can, just lay down with both of your feet in your neck, or lay down and try to stretch, bringing your feet as close as possible towards your head. Practicing authentic. And continuing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, withdrawing the senses inward and move with awareness sequentially through the 9 points: the soles of the feet, the perineum, the navel, the heart, the chest, the throat, between the eyebrows, and the forehead. Visualize yourself in yogic sleep, embodying serene awareness and resting yet awake in Yoga Nidrasana.
पादाभ्यां वष्टयेत् कण्ठं हस्ताभ्यां पृष्ठबन्धनं तन्मध्ये शयनं कुर्यात् योगनिद्रासुखप्रदा.
Okay, relax. Stay laying down on your back. Now keep lifting the legs up, the hands of the arms underneath the knees, the feet pointing upwards. Extend the shoulders calmly. Avoid pulling the legs harshly. Continue the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, moving the awareness through the 9 points in the body, the perineal floor contracted in Mula Bandha, and gaze at the tip of your nose, visualizing yourself as self-delighting embodiment, contentment born within. Atma Ramanasana.
दो हाथ चीदासा करे तिन सो ऊबे इस पाकरे पग उच्चाय आगाने आने बहुरी जुगति ऐसी का विधि वानेम.
Okay, and then we do another few asanas laying down on the back. Extend the arms wide along the mat, pressing the palms down, the chest open, gaze upwards between the eyebrows, breathe steady, shoulders grounded, and keep the legs bended on the side. Keep the eyes open and steady, gaze outward while awareness rests deeply within in the Shambhavi Mudra. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze at the third eye. Visualize yourself as a small bird, embodying agility and alertness. Kochikasana.
दो हाथ चीदासा करे तीन सो ऊबे ईस पाकरे पग उच्चाय आगने आने बहुरी जुगति ऐसिक विधि वानेम.
And then the next asana is Jatara Parivriti, where we extend one leg all the way down and the other leg over the body, stretch out to the side. The arms remain. Okay, yeah. Yes. This leg stretch out all the way down, and that leg stretch out as much as possible to the side. Yeah, perfect. Yes. This one straight and that one straight to the side. In Jatara Parivriti.
परिवृत्तिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणं तापि च.
Now keep the knees gently together on the right, the spine rotating, head turning opposite. Keep the arms stretched out to the sides. Keep the top shoulder grounded, breath steady, and return the knees carefully to the center afterwards. In Jatara Parivriti 2.
परिवृत्तिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणं तापि च.
Now stretch both legs out and keep them in your hand on that side. So you remain in the same side. Same side. Okay, I'll show. Come. On this side, stretched all the way out, straight, and hold them with your hands. Yes. That side. Same side as you were doing. Yes, and the other hand also stretched out on the ground. And this is Jatara Parivriti Trini.
परिवृत्तिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणं तथापि च.
And now we do the asanas on the other side. So come moving your legs to the other side. Stretch out one leg downwards and one all the way to the side. Hold it. Lie comfortably down on the back like this, one leg stretched out to the side and one downwards. Withdraw the senses inward, then move awareness sequentially through the 9 points, the soles of the feet, the perineum, the navel, the heart, the chest, the throat, between the eyebrows and the forehead. After a slow inhalation, gently hold the breath, then exhale slowly, maintaining complete inner stillness without strain. Keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze straight in front of you, visualizing yourself as a radiant force. The belly twisted as fire, churns and refines within. In Jatara Parivriti.
परिव्रीतिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणम् अथापि च.
Now we remain with the legs at the same side, the knees together folded, your arms still stretched out on the same side, on the both sides, wide. Continue the Shambhavi Mudra. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Contain the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, withdrawing the senses inward, and then move the awareness sequentially through the 9 points in the body while keeping the perineal floor contracted in the Mula Bandha, and visualize yourself as a radiant forge. The belly twisted as fire turns and refines within. Jatara Parivriti Dve.
परिव्रीतिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणम् अथापि च.
And we stay on the same side with the legs. Now stretch the legs both out straight. And if you can, take your both hands, feet in your hand. Continue with the Shambhavi Mudra. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. The Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, gaze straight in front of you, and continue the japa internally. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. In Jatara Parivriti Trini.
परिव्रीतिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणम् अथापि च.
And relax, come laying down on your back with your knees pointing upwards, the feet flat onto the ground. Now stretch out your hands and picking up your ankles while your feet remain on the ground. And then we bring the hips towards the ceiling or towards the sky, making yourself into a bridge pose. The Jalandhara Bandha means the chin tucked in, the chin tucked towards the throat. The Mula Bandha also engaged, the perineal floor contracted, while gazing at the tip of the nose, visualizing yourself as a radiant bridge, rooted through your feet and arching upward in strength, in Dvipada Pitam.
प्रतिक्रियायुतं द्वन्द्वपीतः सर्वबलप्रदं गर्भिणीनान्दुर्बलानामितगार्गी जगादुनु.
Okay, lay down on the mat again, relax for a moment. And now place your hands with the fingers towards your body onto your shoulders and press your hips all the way up. Now also your head will come up from the ground. Continuing the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, moving your awareness through the 9 points in the body while withdrawing the senses inward. Keeping the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and visualize yourself as a stone couch, unmoving, timeless, and steady in Paryankasana. Here you can also actually help each other. If you are with the two of you, you can help bringing the hips a little more upwards so that it is more easy to come with the head up off the ground. And always keep very clearly communicating if you help each other so that you don't strain the other person's body. So here you remain for a moment in this bridge pose in Paryankasana.
उत्तानशयनं हस्तललाभ्यां भूमिमवस्तभ्य पादतलाभ्याम् भूमिं धृत्वा नाभिप्रदेशाम् ऊर्ध्वं कुर्यात् पर्यङ्कासनं भवति.
And bring the body back onto the back on the mat. Now bring the knees up to the chest. Place the hands in the neck and slowly relax the body, keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose again. The Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and visualize yourself as a playful dog rolling freely on the ground. Swatanasana.
शववत् शरीरं संस्थाप्य जानुनि समील्य नाभो आनीय हस्ताभ्यां कन्धरां बद्ध्वा भामयेत् शोतानां भवति.
Now from lying on your back, we're gonna bring your whole back upwards toward the ceiling, an inverted pose with your shoulders and head resting on the mat. You can initially help with your hands to support your hip to get your legs upwards, and then stretch out your both arms on the mat while your feet remain up, and then move the legs in gentle circles slowly. If you need to, you can keep supporting your back with your elbows on the ground and your hands at your hips. If you can and you don't need that support, then stretch out your arms all the way on the mat while keep making short circles with your legs. The chin is automatically tucked towards the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Keep also the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and see how your feet reaching the sky. Crown grounded in stillness, drawing apana upward toward the head to unite with prana in Viparita Karani.
अथ विपरीतकराणि मुद्रा भूतले श्वशिरो दत्त्वाक्ये नयेच्चरणद्वयं विपरीतकृतिः च एषा सर्वतन्त्रेषु गोपिता.
Now you can stay in the same position if you can and hold your feet still. So no circles anymore. The elbows and hands extended on the ground. Stay steady, breathing calmly. Avoid pressing the chin hard or rolling weight on the neck. The Murcha Kumbhaka we do here. Inhale deeply through the nose and then lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath and then slowly exhale through the nose, maintaining the throat lock. See your feet reaching the sky, the ground grounded in stillness, drawing apana upward toward the head to unite with prana in Vipariti Karani Dve.
करणी विपरीताख्या सर्वाधियाधि ना आशिनी नित्यम् अभ्यासयुक्तस्य जातराग्नि विवर्धानि.
And now we bring the feet over the head till the toes touch the ground, and in the interlacing the fingers with the hands stretched out on the mat in Parusha Mudra. We continue the Murcha Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose and then lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. Maintain also the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. And visualize your legs extending over your head like a steady plow, cutting fertile earth. Langalasana.
ग्रीवाकण्ठेन भूमिं विष्टभ पादाग्रद्वयम् ऊर्ध्वम् उन्नयेत् नरकासनं भवति.
And now remain the body in the same position and slide the hands all the way up above the head, taking the feet into your hands. Continue the Shambhavi Mudra here. Gently focus the inner awareness through the eyes, softly and steady, maintaining alertness without tension. Visualize yourself as a river flowing westward, surrounding to the earth's embrace in Sayiti Paschimottanasana.
तानं शयित्वा कुर्वित शयित पश्चिमतानकम्.
We remain in the same position with the toes touching the ground and the hands behind, around the feet. Widen the legs gently apart while keep grasping the toes, the hips stacked above the shoulders, chest open, and the breath steady. Keep the Mula Bandha and the Jalandhara Bandha engaged. Visualize your body expanding sideways like a fast and steady mountain, limbs extended outward and downward in Supta Konasana.
परिवृतिः कुक्षिभागे त्रिधा हि परिकीर्तितः बद्धकोणं सुप्तकोणम् ऊर्ध्वकोणम् अथापि च.
Now, if you need to come back for a moment, if you can stay in the same position and bend your arms holding your ankles, and we do basically chakrasana on the lying down position. So keep your neck free, your spine long, release your ankles slowly at the end, keeping the eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests within. Visualizing your body as a luminous wheel radiating energy in all directions, with the legs and arms completely stretched out over your head in Chakrasana.
शवासनस्थः धोपादो कुर्यात् मस्तकदिक्परौ युक्क्रमेण ततः शीघ्रम् एतत् सर्वस्य साधनम्.
Now lay on the back, the feet stretched to the ceiling. Take the big toes in Prana Mudra. And now open your legs a bit, one in front of the other, making a V shape with your legs. While the hands are in Prana Mudra, continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. One leg is in front of the other. Yes, perfect. They're both stretched out. So keep the knees straight. Keep the knees straight, both. And then one is in front of the other. So you make a V shape here with your legs. Wonderful. Now in this posture, continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat, draw the breath within slowly through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Keep the perineal floor contracted and visualize your legs stretching outward like fast, steady rivers reaching toward the horizon in Supta Prasarita Pandukushtasana.
उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च मरीचिं विद्रबद्धकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे.
Okay, now keep the legs together and stretch them out, keeping the feet in your hands. And continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, making the sound of an ocean while slightly contracting the throat. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged in Supta Padangusthasana.
उत्तानपादं क्रोञ्चं च मरीचिं भद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठ प्रसारणे.
Okay, relax. Come sitting with the legs in Padmasana, the lotus position with the feet on the opposite thighs. And from this seated position, lay all the way downwards on the back with the hands under the head. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat, drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Maintain the perineal floor contracted. Gaze at the tip of the nose. Visualize yourself as Matsya, the divine fish of Vishnu, gliding with luminous awareness through the cosmic waters in Matsyasana.
मुक्तपद्मासनं कृत्वा उत्तानशयनं चरेत् कुर्पराभ्यां शिरोवेष्ट्य मत्स्यासनं तु रोगः.
And now from here, just stretch your hands out in like how we do in Parvatasana, the hands in Anjali Mudra stretched out all above the head. While continuing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, slightly contracting the throat and drawing the breath slowly in through the nostrils, producing the sound of an ocean. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze at the tip of the nose, visualizing Lord Rama radiating from your inner space, bowed in hand, serene and vigilant in Parasaramanasana.
प्रथम करे पद्मासन आचे सूढो सोवे भूपरि पाचे गोदा अरुजंघा ये दो भू लगात रासे सोई.
Now we retain the legs in Padmasana and bring the upper body all the way up, supporting your back with the hands, elbows on the ground, and the knees stretched out to the ceiling. Perform the Murcha Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose and then lock the chin to the chest. Hold the breath and then slowly exhale through the nose, maintaining that lock in Jalandhara Bandha. Gazing at the tip of the nose, internally chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Visualizing your body lifted like a luminous pillar, all limbs aligned, and supporting one another in perfect harmony. Sarvangasana.
अथ वक्षेत् अत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वाङ्गासनमुत्तमं यत्कृत्वा योगनिपुण विद्याभिः पण्डितो यथा.
And relax the body down. Lay down on your back. And then we come into the Scorpio pose, Vrishikasana, where we place the right leg up off the ground, bend it, and the left foot onto the right knee. Then we stretch out the arms above the head and cup the palms in Vrikshya,
वृश्चिकासना. Prathama sayana sudho sishakeshaki samdhi su rakhe kanchu shisa uradha kara rakhe bahura pagatali aise tane.
And now we do the same posture on the other side. So just change the sides. Continue the Shambhavi Mudra. Keep the eyes open and steady, gazing onward while awareness rests deeply within. And continue the Mujjaka Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose. Then lock the chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. Visualize yourself as a Scorpio, coiled and steadfast, tail arched with latent power. Vrikshikasana.
Vrichikasana. Prathama sayana sudho sisa kesaki samdhi su rakhe.
And now in the next asana, we stay laying down on the back, and we place the hands behind the head. And now we bring the knees one by one towards the head. The hands are in Purusha Mudra, the fingers interlaced. Perform the pranayama, the breathing technique of the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose again. Visualize yourself as a mighty bull, grounded and powerful, ready to strike with controlled force. In Vrishapada Kshepa Asana.
Uttanam shayanam kritva angulibihi kandharam bhatva kurparo militva nitambena bhumim ishprishtva ekam padam prasarya eke kena parina sayam dakshinam bhrami yatva vriksha padakshipah bhavati.
Okay, relax for a moment. Now we're gonna do another dynamic asana on the back, stretching one leg all the way out, bringing the other leg all the way with the knee to the chest, and then change the position, stretching out the other leg and bringing the other knee to the chest. We remain the hands on the mat next to the body and keep alternating the sides. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose again. Visualize your spine as a strong, flexible pillar, fully extending with controlled power. In Maruttanasana.
Sotana vams samstitaha कृत्वा जानुद्वयं पर्यायेण कर्णयोः संस्पृश्ये मारोत्तानं भवति.
Now we start laying on the ground, and then we come seated and then standing, all the way without using the hands on the ground to push you up. So use all your body muscles to, without using the hands, come to a standing position and lying all the way down flat on the back again, and then standing up. So keep doing this while visualizing yourself as a wolf, alert and poised, senses turned to every movement in Prakasana.
Brikasana अथ उत्तानं शयनं कृत्वा पादतलाभ्यां भूमिं धृत्वा उत्तिष्ठेत् वृक्षासनं भवति.
And now the next asana, we make a roll with the whole body. So lie on your back to begin with, and then swing the legs overhead until the feet pass the skull and touch the floor. And then roll the torso all the way forward into prone. Then roll back supine. Continue flowing rolls rhythmically. Keep the arms closed for stability and the breath steady. Relax, laying flat afterwards. Visualize a fluid rolling motion and your body under complete control. See prana flushing through every joint and muscle while coordinating movement with precision and ease. This is called Lutasana.
Luthasana. Uttana Shayanam Pado Shira Ulamgya Bhumo Sthapayitva Nyupcham Bhutva Nyupcham Shayanam Prishti Bhumo Nidhaya Punah Punah Paryayena Kartavyam Luthasanam Bhavati.
And from Lutasana, we move on to Saratasana, which means we lay down on the back. Straighten the arms strongly, the torso lifting like a staff. Purse lips gently, producing a flute-like exhale. Open your chest, shoulders soft downward, breath steady. Release and rest the belly and arms flat afterwards. Visualize yourself as a mighty chariot carrying warriors with unwavering strength and stability. In Ratasana.
Rathasana. Nyupcha Shayanam Kritva Nabhim Bhumo Nidhaya Istamva Dyasthabhyam Bhumim Avashtambha Oshto Nilimya Venuvat Shumkritya Tishtet Sarathasanam Bhavati.
Wonderful. Now come onto a plank position, the hands grounded on the shoulders. Hop the legs forward, near the arms, and then back again. So this is also a dynamic movement where we push the legs back and then in between the arms and jumping back again. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold the breath comfortably and then release through the nose. Keep the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted, and gaze straight in front of you, visualizing yourself expanding beyond body and mind, awareness flowing within boundaries. Dehalyula Langasana.
Hastadvayam Bhatva Tanmadhye Charanadvayam Udane Eva Bahir Aniya Ataha Nayet Dehalyulam Ganam Bhavati.
And from here we move the hips all the way up. We remain bended in a forward position and slide the hands underneath the feet. Start walking around like this, keeping the Mula Bandha engaged. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling and exhaling deeply through the nose while holding the breath in between. And walk forward and backwards on the mat while holding your feet, gazing in front of you downwards, and visualizing your mind as a luminous witness, accessing memories across lifetimes in Jatasana.
Jatyasana. Atha Jatyasanam Vakshet Yena Jati Smaro Bhavet Hastangri Bhumo Cha Gamanagamanam Attataha.
Nice. And now we come all the way up standing for Lolita Karana, dancing posture. Come first in Adha Mandi, the heels close together with a few fingers in between, the toes pointing sideward. Come sitting down, your knees bent, and now stretch out your arms both sides and all the way move the both arms and the head. And next is the serpent pose, Sarpasana, where we bring the legs very close together as if there is a rope around the ankles, and the hands slowly, gently along the body on the sides. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose, hold the breath to as long as comfortably possible, and then release through the nose again. The perineal floor contracted, gaze is straight in front of you. Visualize your Kundalini Devi as coiled, radiant force rising up along the spine in Sarpanasana.
Sarpasana. अथ सर्पासनं वक्ष्येत् वायुपानाय केवलं शरीरं दण्डवत् तिष्ठेत् रज्जु बधस्तु पादयोः.
And now bend forward with the head towards the knees, bend from the hips, and then place again the hands under the feet and visualize here a camel in Ustrasana Asana.
मुष्टि कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमौ निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य अश्ववत् शरीरं चलनीयम् अश्वासनं भवति.
And from this posture, we keep folding forward and pressing the arms flat, placing the feet partially onto the hands above the little fingers and balance carefully while lifting the hips. And visualize yourself as a horse, maintaining the Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose, holding the breath comfortably, and then releasing through the nose again in Ashvasana.
अश्वासना. मुष्टि कनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमौ निधाय उपरि पादतले संस्थाप्य अश्ववत् शरीरं चलनीयम् आश्वासनं भवति. गजवत् गजसाधनम् उष्ट्रवत् उष्ट्रसाधनं भवति.
And now come standing all the way up. Interlace the fingers behind the back, stretch out the arms, and bend the upper body backwards. The hands are in Parusha Mudra, interlaced. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose. Maintain the Mula Bandha engaged, the perineal floor contracted. Internally keep chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. And in this posture, visualize yourself as a soaring bird, moving with precision, agility, and effortless focus in Kapotanikasana.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय पृष्ठभागिन हस्तो जङ्घा पर्यन्तं नीत्वा कपोतनितकं भवति.
And now we have our next Karana. So come in the Aramandi position again with the legs. And now we make the hands in Anjani Mudra in front of the heart. And then opening the hands up like a lotus while bending over to the right side and getting the heel up. And then again with Anjani Mudra in front of the heart and doing the same on the other side. Keep alternating sides. This is called Tala Pushpaputam Karana. And the next asana is Gadgasana, which means we take a rhino position with the hands together in front of the body and the body slightly bent forward. The hands in Namaskara Mudra. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, holding comfortably the breath for a moment after inhaling through the nose and then release through the nose again. Visualize yourself as a rhinoceros, embodying immense strength, resilience, and unwavering focus in Gadgasana.
Kadgasana. Nujasarat amasanam kritva padatalaabhyam bhumim avashtabhya uttishtet kadgugasanam bhavati.
Now stand tall with the feet together. Bend the knees, deeply lowering the hips into a squat and come all the way sitting onto the floor. And then stand up again into a standing position. So from standing, we move on to sitting and come back standing again. Without using the hands. So use all the other muscles in your body. Visualizing yourself rising and sitting with steady strength, each repetition building endurance and resilience. In Uttanottanam.
Punah punah uttatavyam ashitavyam iti uttanothanam bhavati.
And the next asana, we stand on one leg, keep the left leg firmly rooted into the ground. Pick your right leg up and bring your foot onto the thigh, the sole pointing upwards, and hold your hands onto your foot. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, in and out, breathing through the nose, and in between, hold the breath comfortably for some time. Visualize yourself as a tall tree, firmly grounded through your standing leg, with your lifted foot reaching high, like a strong branch stretching towards the sky, in Utchirsakasana.
Ekaikam padatalam kuksho udhaya tishtet uchirsakam bhavati.
Now the next asana is Tandavasana, the dancing position, where when you have your right leg onto the sky, then place your hands on the left side above the knee, one pointing downwards and the other pointing upwards. Help yourself to maintain balance with your drishti, gaze at a fixed point in front of you. Visualize yourself as Shiva, moving with fierce divine energy, each step and gesture radiating power and rhythm. In Tandavasana.
Pade stitva anyapado adaha pretritaha tandavaha asanmriga nrityam shivasya tada stitihi.
And then next Karana, Parshva Janu Karana, where we plant the same left leg firmly on the ground, then pull the knee up and place the arm, the elbow around the knee, the hand in a fist. And the left hand is on the side of the body. And stand like this, steady and strong in Parshva Janu Karana. And then we do Tandavasana on the other side. And the lower hand shows the palm inward towards the body. And the upper hand shows the palm outside. So you can place here the low hand. Yes, like that. Perfect. This is Tandavasana.
Pade stitva anyapado adaha pretitaha tandavaha asanmriga nrityam shivasya tada stitihi.
Now stand tall on one leg and place the sole of the lifted foot into the inner thigh of a standing leg like a tree, like this. And then the hands along the body. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably, and then release through the nose again. Keep the perineal floor contracted in the Mula Bandha and visualize yourself as Brahman, infinite, unbounded, and pure awareness. Brahmanasana.
Brahmanasana. Brahmanasana ma vakshet yat kritva brahmano bhavet ekapada muro dattva tishte danda kritir bhuvi.
And now Brahmanasana on the other side.
Brahmanasana ma vakshet yat kritva brahmano bhavet ekapada muro dattva tishte danda kritir bhuvi.
And now we move on to Ekapadasana, which means placing the foot on the opposite hip with the palm pointing upwards, the hands stretched out along the body, visualizing yourself in this position as Lord Vishnu within your heart, radiant and serene as each step unfolds. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, inhaling deeply through the nose, holding the breath comfortably and releasing out through the nose again in Ekapadasana.
Shadhim vama padasya jango parinidhaya cha vyah panim janu pashvayoho prishe kumitarangrina evam vidhasayan sanayatra tatra ekantra yasanam bhavet rakta shudhir anena syatjara nasham cha mulataha.
And now we change sides. Same asana on the other side.
Dakshadhim vamapadasya jangho parinidhaya cha vyahpanim janu parshvayoho prishet kumitarangrine grina evam vidha sayan yatra tatra ekantra yasanam bhavet rakta shudhir amnena syajara na shamcha mulataha.
Okay, and relax the legs both down on the mat. Now we come into an inverted position in Goi Asana. So not with your legs stretched out, but keep your legs bended and your feet up off the ground. Maintain the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably and release out through the nose again. Contract the perineal floor in Mula Bandha and gaze at the tip of your nose, visualizing yourself as a serene cow, embodying calmness, patience, steadfast openness in Gohyasana.
Do hataki kahuni joi puniha kalai jane doe pishti anguri yaki puna jano e sabale bhu uparathano.
And from Gohyasana, stretch your legs all the way up into Shirsasana, a fully inverted posture. Maintaining the Sahaja Kumbhaka, slowly breathing in and out through the nose and in between holding it for some time comfortably. Gazing at the tip of the nose and visualize your body inverted, a luminous axis of concentrated awareness in Shirsasana.
Viparitam mandalam cha dvidhaiva viditam hinaha dandasanam dvidha proktam viparitopa veshanet sarvanga shirsha bhagagastu shastihi prati tastute.
And lower the legs down, come in a normal position again. Now we sit firmly on the ground, bring our legs all the way up, hold the ankles, and we start performing here and throughout the next few asanas, the Bhastrika Kumbhaka, where you forcefully and quickly breathe in and out, contracting your navel towards the spine. This is Podiasana.
Puriasana. दो हाथ पग बाहर आने जोड़ा तरे काम कसी थाने अंगुष्ठ पिदली लगता धारे चरण उभे आकाश दिसी करे.
Now stretch out your legs in a 45-degree angle. Bring the hands behind your head. And with a strong core, continue the Bhastrika Kumbhaka, visualizing your body as the sturdy bar, Pariga, holding steady as a gate in Parigasana.
Parigasana. उत्तानं शयनं कृत्वा पादो मिलित्वा प्रसार्य नितम्बं भूमौ स्पृष्ट्या हस्ताभ्यां कन्दराभत्वा कुम्भकं कृत्वा तिष्ठेत् पर्यर्हासना भवति.
And now bring your elbows on the ground. Keep your feet lifted, 45-degree angle, and continue the Bhastrika breathing in Naukasana.
Naukasana. उत्तानं शयनं कृत्वा पादौ मिलित्वा प्रसार्य नितम्बं भूमौ स्पृष्ट्या हस्ताभ्यां कन्धराभत्वा कुम्भकं कृत्वा तिष्ठेत् पर्यर्हासनं भवति.
And lower the legs down. Now bring the hands underneath the shins, holding the feet together, your fingers interlaced, and bring your feet all the way to your chest while continuing the Bhastrika breathing in Rudrasana.
रुद्रासना. पगतली संपुट करी हाथ स्यो पग ऊंचाई पगा का अंगूठा धूलो परली काने तालवे.
And then we move on to Anmukapita Asana Dve, where we come lying down on the back, the hands towards the ankles, and now push the hips onto the sky, making your whole body into a bridge. And automatically your chin will come to your chest and lock it in Jalandhara Bandha. While continuing the Murcha Kumbhaka, inhale deeply through the nose, locking the chin to the chest. Visualize your body lifted, hips driving upward like a rising flame, the belly open to the sky. In Unmukapita Dve.
ऊर्ध्वे च जानुनु कृत्वा शयीत ऊर्ध्वा मुखं तथा उत्थाप्य हस्तो तिष्ठेतु पीते उन्मुखनामके.
Okay, and lay down your whole body flat onto the ground. The hands and arms relaxed alongside the body. The legs all the way extended. Focus on the Muladhara, the lowest chakra in the body, around the perineal floor. Contract the perineum to rouse the dormant Kundalini. Forcefully draw the Apana Vayu, the downward breath, upward with intent, holding the energy and intention firmly inward. Practicing this regularly grants mastery over the body, subtle powers such as anima, and liberation from the fear of death. So now lay for a few seconds completely still. Visualize dissolving into stillness like a peaceful body resting in the earth's embrace in Shavasana.
Shavasana. अथ शवासनम् उत्तानं शववत् भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तवृत्तिं चित्त विश्रान्ति कारकम्.
And slowly move your toes and your fingers. Bring your knees up to your chest. Hook your arms around your knees. Hook your arms around your knees and come back up, sitting in a upward position again. And with this, we finish the next 100 asanas. From 100 to 200, give yourself a small round of applause. Thank you so much for joining us today in this sequence, the second sequence, the Prathama Vinyasa Krama second, out of the 1,000 asanas that we do over 10 days. So you are very, very much warmly invited to come back tomorrow for the next 100 asanas, and invite your friends and family and colleagues to join in as well on the live stream. And also, you are very warmly invited for the satsang later today. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, will be addressing the world with spiritual knowledge, with powerful cognitions. So please come back for that in the afternoon. And then we love to see you tomorrow again for next yoga class. Let's now end the yoga class for today with the Purna mantra. Sit with our head, neck, and spine in a straight line. The hands in Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. Take a deep breath. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Parukar Panamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Gratitude to Swamiji by bowing down to Atmamurti for a moment. Have a wonderful day ahead, and we love to see you in the satsang later today or in the yoga class tomorrow. Nithyanandam.